For years, you may have noticed something strange. During the day, your mind feels manageable. You can focus, move on. But then, night comes. Everything gets quiet, and suddenly, your brain won't stop thinking. Old memories, worst-case scenarios, and the harder you try to stop it, the louder it gets. So what's actually happening? Why does your brain turn against you right when you're trying to rest? Here's the first thing you need to understand. Your brain is not shutting down at night. It's switching modes. Think of it like your phone. During the day, you're using apps, messages, calls, notifications. But at night, the screen turns off, and suddenly background processes take over. Updates, syncing, data processing. Your brain works the same way. During the day, it reacts to the outside world. At night, it turns inward and starts generating its own activity. Now here's where things get interesting. When the outside world gets quiet, your brain activates something called the default mode network. Think of it like autopilot. And this system has one main job: to process your life. It starts replaying the past. Why did you say that? That was embarrassing. And then it jumps to the future. What if that goes wrong? What if you fail? It's basically running simulations, like a prediction engine trying to protect you. But at the same time, something else happens. The part of your brain that keeps things under control gets tired. Your mental CEO, the prefrontal cortex, goes offline. So now there's less filtering, less control, less logic, and more raw thoughts, more emotion. And on top of that, your brain switches into detection mode, because in silence, it assumes vulnerability. So it starts scanning for problems, even if there are none. So now you have a brain that is generating thoughts, replaying memories, predicting threats with less control than usual. And then, you do something completely natural. You try to stop it. You tell yourself, stop thinking, just relax, go to sleep. But here's the problem. To stop a thought, your brain has to check if it's still there. Okay, don't think about that. Am I doing it? Nope, there it is again. Which means you keep bringing it back. It's like trying not to think about a polar bear. Suddenly, it's all you can see. This is why your mind feels stuck. Because now you're not just thinking, you're monitoring your thinking. And then comes the loop. You start analyzing, repeating, trying to solve everything at once. That's rumination, like opening 20 tabs in your browser and never closing any. Your system overheats. Now here's the trap most people don't see. You don't get stuck because you think too much. You get stuck because you're trying to stop thinking. The moment you try to control your mind, you send a signal. This is important. Don't let it go. So your brain responds by producing more of it. More thoughts, more scenarios, more noise. And now something even deeper happens. Your brain starts asking, what if? What if something goes wrong? What if I'm not prepared? What if I lose control? And because there's no clear answer, the system stays on, searching, looping, not sleeping. But your brain doesn't stop at thinking. It needs to explain what you feel. So if there's a little anxiety, it creates a story. If I'm feeling this, something must be wrong. So now you're not just having thoughts, you're believing them. You're turning them into meaning, into identity, into this says something about me. And that's when it feels real. Not just noise, but truth. But here's the shift that changes everything. Your mind is not the problem. And your thoughts are not the enemy. What you're experiencing is a system doing its job too well. A brain that learned to protect you by never missing a possible threat. And a mind that believes it has to control everything to stay safe. But here's the truth. What you resist persists. The more you fight your thoughts, the more power you give them. So instead of trying to stop the train, step off the tracks. You don't need to control every thought. You don't need to solve everything tonight. Because a thought is just a mental event, not a warning, not a command, not reality. And once you stop fighting your mind, something unexpected happens. It starts to quiet down on its own. And here's something even stranger. The same system that keeps your mind awake at night is also the reason you forget things when you're stressed. Names, words, what you were about to say, and suddenly, it's gone. In the next video, you'll understand why your brain does that and how to take back control. Subscribe, and I'll see you there.